All right. Really, you're gonna do that to me again? It always does this. Like, I have to reset Chrome. Okay, that's weird. It's not even showing me that. Oh, there we go. That was a technical, like I said earlier, technical difficulties. But we're going to start with perseverance because it's the most important thing about success in the world. We'll get into why that is for a second. But damn camera, stay where you're supposed to go. I'm having all kinds of trouble today. But perseverance is a continued effort to do or achieve something despite difficulties, failure, or opposition, the action or condition of instance or preserving steadfastness. And this truly is the most important trait to success. Human beings, we fail all the time. You can't be afraid to fail. You have to persevere for you fail. Get up. I think Will Smith said it like, I think it was Will Smith. I don't know. He might have got it from somebody else, but like, fail hard and fail often. But every time you like, and I want to add a caveat to that. And every time you fail better. Like you can't be afraid to fail and then look at yourself critically and then learn from that failure and be able to apply that critically to continue on. You can't give up. You can't get into a funk. I mean, it all happens to us to all. It happens to me. But like, it's the thing that we have to remember. You have to just keep going. Like, if you're a writer and you're writing this novel and you submit it and the publisher don't like it, like take a nail or something, put it in the wall, boom, put the rejection up in there, go in and take the notes, rewrite it a bit, rework it, boom, send it to the next one, and keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going until you get it done. Or maybe they're not going to do it because they have so many projects, they don't have the money and they're just trying to be nice and they can never fund another book or publish another book. Maybe you consider self-publishing, and then if that doesn't really work, you learn from the reviews or the critiques that you get from that and failure, and you adapt it into your next novel, and you just keep going. You got to persevere. You got to not be afraid to fail, because we learn the most from failure, and eventually you'll learn enough from failing that you'll succeed. You can't figure out what is good and what's successful if you don't fail. You don't fail enough to learn that. And that works in all aspects of life. If you don't fail to not get punched in the face and actually experience getting punched in the face, you're going to be afraid of getting punched in the face. But if you have actually gotten punched in the face and you've already passed that stage, there's not much fear you can have about being punched in the face, because it's been punched in the face. If somebody threatens to evict you or whatnot to keep your freedoms away, if you've already been homeless, you already understand that there's not much fear you can have for that. And you don't even have to be homeless to understand that. You can go out there and talk to people, and you can learn things, and you can understand that experience through association. You can learn from people. You can learn from their failures. You can learn from your failures. You can learn from everybody's failures. And perseverance really is the best skill set going forward that anybody can use to be successful in any avenue they want to be successful in. You have to persevere through all the hardships, all the failures, until you find your success. This is critical. I can't stress that enough on perseverance. That's why I started with this. If you can't persevere, or you're not willing to do the work to persevere, you're not willing to go through the hardships, you don't like failure, you're afraid of rejection, or whatever the case may be that keeps you from doing things, you got to change your mindset, because you have to be able to persevere through all that in order to be successful. That is the single most trait common between all these successful people: the ability to persevere through failure. Sometimes if you can persevere so much, you can turn a failure into a victory. And it's just, you have to read. You have to learn from each other's failures. You have to learn from your own failures, and you have to persevere through life. That's just the best way. That is the best piece of advice anyone could ever receive, at least in my opinion.